So now, since we have some extra time left in our hands, some 26 rubies, not as much as I'd like, we're going to actually try to get some more rubies. And there's Crazy Sakan right there, but we can't do nothing with him, so we're going to let him be. That reminds me of whenever me and my cousin always used to play Conqueror's Bad Fur Day. And we play like multiplayer on it, play Capture the Flag. And he'd run right by the enemies and just run right past them. And I'm like, did you just see that teddy bear? And he goes, oh yeah, I gave him $1, he let me pass. I don't know why they made me think of that. I always thought that was funny whenever I was little. And I was 7, so don't make fun of me. I was 7. I had someone commented to me because whenever I was playing Conqueror's Bad Fur Day. I said, you know, I got this game whenever I was 7. And someone's like, you were allowed to play this when you were 7? It's crazy. Yeah, I was allowed to play it. My parents didn't especially know that I was playing it, but whatever. It's really weird because I was allowed to play Conqueror's Bad Fur Day, which I consider like one of the worst games you can be introduced to. But I was not allowed to play God of War whenever I was 10. Maybe not 10. I don't know. I might have been 11 or something. But I remember that God of War was like one of the only games ever I was not allowed to play. And so I was about to rent it from Blockbuster, and my stupid brother was right there, and he goes, the only reason he wants that is because there's sex mini games in it. And then my mom's like, sex mini games? No, you're not allowed to rent that, and she didn't let me rent it, and I was so pissed. And that is why, to this day, I am not a very big yeah, I guess I'm not really that big of a God of War fan, because I've never really played any God of War, because I was not allowed to play it whenever I was little. Which kind of sucks. I feel like I missed out. And if I had a PS3, I'd probably get all the collector's editions and stuff like that. And replay through all the HD remixes and whatnot. But, oh, that was close. Okay, it's all over. Basically, we're doing a Deku minigame right now. There's a different one on every single day. And it gives us a 50 purple ruby, which is worth 50 rubies. That's great. Basically, we're just doing this because it is one of the only things we can do as a Deku scrub in Clocktown on these first few days. And we're going to have to come back on day 2 and day 3 to get what we want. Now with these 80s rubies, gosh dang it, I forgot to tingle the leaves at night. Alright, well I'm going to show you somewhere in West Clocktown really quickly that will make nope, this way. That will make this a lot less painful. Because the first times I'd play through this game, I'd just sit here and watch the clock go down for so long, and it gets so annoying. But what you also can do is if you go through this door. I was wrong! I always get these two confused. Oh my gosh, I always get those two shops confused because the logos are very similar. Anyway, you can talk to this guy. Yo, 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 time will pass if you dance with me. Kick that beat. Oh, man, I'd really like to do a stereotypical black guy voice, like a black break dancer for this guy's voice. But my voice is so strained right now, I just cannot do it. So if someone reminds me to do that later, next time I meet a scarecrow, I will totally do it. I just cannot do it right now. My voice, I feel like I've never even smoked cigarettes, and I feel like I've smoked an entire pack right now. All from doing that hidden mask happy mask salesman's voice from earlier that killed my throat. Oh yeah, so now it is on. Shall we dance? No. Do you want to learn a song that will manipulate time? No, we do not, because we already know it. There's actually a couple songs. Manipulate time. 3 in all, to be in fact. 2 of them are hidden. Alright, now we have made it day 2, and we can move on. Alright, we are moving on. Yes, I somehow made it through that, even though my screen went black for a little bit. And we're gonna shoot down Tingle right here, who's the creepiest thing to ever come out of a Zelda game. Believe it or not, this guy's 40 or 30 or something like that. You learn how old this guy is later in the game. What's that? Green clothes, white fairy. Sir, could you by chance be a forest fairy? Oh my! My name is Tingle, and I think I'm the same as you. I am a forest fairy. Alas, though I'm the age of 35, and no fairy has come to me yet. Yeah, 35. I was close. My father tells me I should grow up and act my old age. I tell you what, Tingle is a very reincarnation of a fairy. Now, why to stand there for you? You know what? I'm skipping his text. Ugh, he sells maps. That's all that is important about him. Buy the Clocktown map. Basically, you will find Tingle in every area of the game, and he'll sell you maps. Now, the way Tingle works is, depending on what area you are in, his maps for that area will be very heavily discounted. So, like Woodfall, if I go to Woodfall, which is an area later in the game, it's going to be a lot cheaper there for the map for Woodfall. That hard container, I'm not going to be able to get to it yet, so don't worry about it. And it's day 2, so we can go back to the second part of that Deku Scrub minigame. Man, I always thought that he was always like sitting on a flower swing whenever he does that, but he's just holding on to 2 flowers with his arms, which requires a little bit of upper body strength for a Deku Scrub. Alright, now this one, oh my gosh, for some reason I think the second days is even harder than the first one for me. Alright, I think you can start off from either side, and I should have picked the left one. Yep. And oh! I did this very well on my practice file, but of course things can't go as well on your practice file as they do in the regular gameplay. Oh my gosh. And with these very the very inside ones, you can just flap them in the air, and guess what? They come straight to you. Ah! Yes, we'd like to do this. Always start from the left flower. And go. You want to start right as it's hitting that far corner, and you want to go straight to that corner. It's best to try to land on these outside ones right when they're getting onto the corners, because that's the easiest place to land on them, is in the corners, because they stay there for a split second longer, making them easier. Actually, I normally go for the center one now, but I'm going to go for this blue one. I'm breaking my normal pattern. And it paid off. Good for me. I'm saving the easier ones for last. Because, as you can tell, I've lost at this twice now. Or maybe 3 times. I don't even know. Oh, I know it's 2 or 3 times more than I normally lose it. I mean, this minigame is pretty hard to do. But, I have no excuse because I've played this game so much. There is no excuse for me. And there we go. Finally! Under a minute. That's a good time at least. 58 seconds. That's amazing. It's only took you like a bajillion tries. Take this. Purple ruby. That's great. Come again, young Dizzy. Oh, for a while I thought I misspelled my name. I'm like, gosh, I'm not redoing this entire episode. Probably a couple of episodes by now. Just to freaking reset my name. Oh. Gosh, alright, so we're finally done with that. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, we have this Moon's Tier. Also, fun fact, it always rains on day 2 in Clocktown. Alright, so now we're going to run on, and this flower right here, we're going to be interrupted by a cutscene, but we're going to pause the game really quickly and immediately go into this cutscene. Hang on, wait 1 second. That's private property. You see here? This is my private property. No, you should not be using it. Blah blah blah. Give me a Moon's Tier. Oh, there you go. Now we have sold him the Moon's Tier for the property deed to this Deku flower. We're already monopolizing We're already monopolizing Clocktown as a Deku Scrub. I don't know why everyone thinks Link's a little child as a Deku scrub, whenever all the other Deku scrubs are just as big as he is, minus one Deku scrub in the entire game. I don't know, I just thought that was really weird. He's actually taller than some Deku scrubs, which is ridiculous. He's not a child. They're just all very racist. Alright, and you can puff up here, and there's a heart piece right there, and guess what? We're not gonna get it. Nope, not getting it. Alright, everyone, so the next thing you can do, you know what, I'll meet you guys all in a mysterious location right around midnight. So until then, I'm hiding underneath this. What? Do you know what you're looking at? Do you? You're looking at a bathroom. Yes, yes, you are all in a bathroom. This is the same inn that I randomly goofed up and showed off earlier, the Stockpot Inn. You actually can only, if you're not staying the night here, you can only come in here after hours if you are staying the night here. But you can sneak in here. And right at midnight, this creepy hand comes out, which you can talk to. Paper, 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 please. And we do have a piece of paper right now. Yay! Yay! And he goes down to... I'll let you use his imagination for it. This fell down here. I guess I'll give it to you. Link, don't touch it! Oh good, he's only hovering it above his head. We have our first heart piece of the game. A lot of people don't know that you can actually obtain more than one heart piece as a Deku scrub, but you can actually obtain 3 that I know of. Alright, so we are getting out of here. As you can tell, I've grinded a little bit more for rubies. Alright, I am going to make it day 3 by using the scarecrow like I did earlier, and I'm going to meet you all back at that minigame. Peace. Welcome back, everybody. We are now pretty much at the minigame, and just like as you could probably have surmised, this minigame is now harder than it was on the previous 2 days. Actually, it is a combination of the 2 days before it, and unlike day 2, I recommend starting from the right this time. Hopefully this won't take me as much as it did for day 2. As you can tell, I grinded a little bit for rubies off screen, but I did that before I got that heart piece. I just realized the first heart piece we got in this entire game was out of a toilet. Yeah, that's a great way to set the stride for an LP. That's funny. Funniest joke I've made this entire game. Alrighty, do I want to go? No, I'm not gonna wait around for that one. We're going straight for this middle one. Oh, we're quick about it. Just like in day 2, wait for this one, and you go right back in the flower. If you land perfectly, you can go straight back down into the flower. It's pretty awesome. Awesomely, they're like this one and the one right across from it. These ones just go up and down. So you don't have to worry about them moving, which is why I think day 3 is a little bit easier than day 2. There's that one. Oh! The last one! Ask anyone, and I've said this 3 times now, ask anyone who has 100% of Majora's Mask before, and they'll tell you that the mini-games are the hardest part about Majora's Mask. This is probably the simplest mini-game, actually, second simplest mini-game of the entire game. But there are some mini-games that will just want to make you blow your brains out towards the end of them. And, alright, I got this time. I was just trying to be fancy beforehand. Alright, it's all over. and I don't have enough time to read their dialogue. Basically, that they won't let you play this game any longer because they're scared of you. Such a youthful face, such a fierce competitor, and they won't let you play anymore. Ah, it's Dizzy. Oh, it's midnight. Oh, I guess you have to watch this cutscene automatically.